Hello everyone, welcome to Taylor's Tech Talks, and today we're going to be talking WordPress. My name is Taylor Arndt, and I am a freelance WordPress developer, accessibility consultant, and trainer. I've been in the industry for 3 years now, and I have helped clients from nonprofits to government agencies with accessibility compliance and making websites. We are doing a series called WordPress Wednesdays, and we are going to be building a complete site from start to finish using WordPress. This site will be the home of our Clubhouse Club, WP for All, where we have rooms talking about WordPress, answering questions on a weekly basis. To best follow along with this series, I would recommend you do the following things. If you are blind and you're using a screen reader, WordPress tends to work better using NVDA, non-visual desktop access. If you're not familiar with this software, I will link it in the description. But this is a lot better than using JAWS because the block editor, which is what allows you to edit WordPress content, works a lot better with NVDA, and it's just a smoother experience. This is a free screen reader, so there's no additional cost to you, but there may be a little bit of a learning curve, but trust me, it's worth it. Also, I am using Google Chrome for this series. Would you? Because then this kind of look like a blog. So I always turn off comments unless they're absolutely needed. So let's go ahead and let's do that. In order to do that, you will need to be in your dashboard, where I am currently at, and it is under the settings discussion. So let's navigate to discussion together and let's turn off our comments. I'm currently on the discussion settings, and what I want to do is I actually want to disable comments. And so I'm going to find the box under post settings that says disable comments, and that way I don't have any spam comments. I always disable comments first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit space to disable all comments.
Not checked.
I'm then going to hit save because at this point, all the other settings are irrelevant because it's assuming that you'll have comments enabled. So since I don't, I'm just going to hit B. The thing we want to do is we want to get rid of all of the stuff. But before we do that, we want to choose a theme. So let's talk themes for a minute. So a theme is the visual appearance of the site. It's how the site functions. It's how you interact with the site. It's kind of the style of the site. And I love GeneratePress. So GeneratePress is a theme. It's free. There is a paid version if you want, and I'm going to have a link in the description for that. Disclaimer, that link is an affiliate link, so if you do decide to purchase GeneratePress, which I would recommend, because it gives you more options, I will get a small kickback, but in turn you'll be supporting the channel. And that goes with any of my other links too. So we want to install our theme because before we can actually get rid of things, we need to actually have the theme. And that way it will actually look presentable. Because next week you're actually going to talk to my designer and she's going to show you how she makes the site look pretty. So I'm super excited. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to themes and I'm going to add new and then I'm going to install GeneratePress and then we're going to go from there. So go to themes, under appearance.
Elements T. Tags T. Theme semi. Discussion settings WP for all clickable main.
GeneratePress.
Number of themes found : 3.
So I'm currently at the GeneratePress. I just typed it into the search field and it brought up the GeneratePress theme. So I'm going to install it. There are two parts to installing and activating a theme. The first part is to install it and then it will ask you to activate it. So let's walk through that process together. As a recap, I went to appearance, and then I went to themes, and then I went to add new, and I searched for the theme I want. So I'm going to then find the GeneratePress, and I'm going to hit install, and then I'm going to wait, and then it will say activate. And I know that my theme has been activated when the bottom of my website says built with GeneratePress.
Themes list heading level 2. Clickable GeneratePress heading. Link installing. Please wait. Installing GeneratePress. Installation completed successfully.
Perfect.
Link activate.
Activate.
Manage themes WP for all m-WordPress document. Main landmark heading level 1 themes 4.
All right, so I've activated my theme, and just as a check, I'm going to go to the WP for all site.
WP for all and-the home. Content info landmark visited link generate press.
Awesome. So powered by Generate Press. Okay. So Generate Press, recall, is a theme, and it allows you to customize a lot of it. So there's another theme that's popular called Cadence. And the reason I prefer Generate Press over Cadence is because the backend is a little bit more accessible. But Generate Press as a whole, and so is Cadence, they're blank themes which allow you to customize every single aspect pretty much, and it allows you to kind of start with a blank canvas. So that's why I really like these Generate Press and these other themes. And so it's really awesome. So we've customized the theme, but let's try to get rid of all this clutter. And I call this part decluttering. So let us declutter, because recall that we have a lot of comment widgets and we have a lot of things here. So I'm going to go into the widgets, and recall a widget is kind of like a feature, for example, like comments or whatever. It's like an element of the site that can be kind of put in different positions. But the problem is that in a static website like this, you really don't need all these widgets. So we want to get rid of them. So I'm going to go under widgets. And that will also be under appearance.
Elements W. WordPress W. Widgets semi. Manage themes WP for all m-WordPress Google Chrome Taylor. Manage themes WP for all m-WordPress document. Heading level 1 themes 4. Main menu navigation. Click list with 2 items link home.
The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the right sidebar. Basically, the sidebar is kind of one of those areas of the site where it's like showing different things on the sides or in different positions. And so I'm going to actually get rid of all of the widgets in the sidebar. So I'm going to first find the right sidebar because I know that there's widgets in there. And the reason I wanted to activate the theme first is because sometimes the widgets that come with it are different depending on your theme, right? So your theme can kind of make the layout. So if that kind of makes a little bit of sense. So I'm going to try to find the widgets.
Collapse main landmark help button, available widgets button, clickable add widget : clickable add widget, audio heading, clickable calendar head.
And the best, easiest way to do this is actually to use your screen reader find if you're actually a user with a visual impairment. I use my NVDA find, so I do Control Insert F and I type in right.
T, button expanded right sidebar. Heading level 2 right sidebar, button collapsed, expanded.
It says button collapsed, edit widget.
Heading level 3 search.
Search, so I'm going to get rid of this by pressing B.
Delete button. Button collapsed, edit widget : recent comments.
Same thing.
Expanded, delete button.
Delete.
Clickable button collapse. Expanded,
Delete.
clickable edit widget :
Oops.
archives, clickable edit with clickable heading level 3 archive, clickable button collapse, delete button.
Delete. And all I'm doing is I'm pressing enter and then hitting delete.
Clickable heading level 3 meta, blank, button collapse, delete. Clickable heading level 3 archives, blank, button collapsed, edit widget : archive, delete button. Clickable heading level 2 left sidebar, blank, clickable button collapsed header. But clickable, heading level 3 recent posts, button, delete button. Button expanded right side, heading level 2 right, blank.
So basically what I'm doing is I'm pressing up arrow to find the widget, I'm pressing enter, I'm pressing B to remove it, and I'm doing that same process for all of these. So it's kind of one of those things where I'm getting rid of all of the widgets, and that way I can kind of make it more look like what I want it to actually look like. So let's look at the site so far. What do we have here?
WP for all and the home of the WP for all club on Clubhouse document, blank.
You notice our site looks a lot different now, right? We've basically gotten rid of everything. We've gotten rid of everything on the site that does not belong. And we have totally transformed this.
Clickable link skip to banner main March 21st heading level 2 link hello world.
Except for one thing. We have this nice hello world post that really doesn't belong here. So let's actually get rid of that. So we've gotten rid of the theme, we've done the widgets. It's now time to get rid of the posts. So let's go into our posts and let's delete the post so that it will not show up anymore so that we can have a front page that's static.
Elements P. Post semi. Widgets WP for all M. No next table. Clickable content info.
So I'm going to go to move to trash.
Title. Comments Clickable. Title. Edit left. Quick edit. Move left.
All right.
Posts WP for.
I'm going to refresh my other tab. And something else I like to do whenever I'm doing these is I like to have 2 tabs open. That way I can always see my progress without trying to have to go back to the dashboard and then go back and forth. I can just refresh what I'm currently working on. So that's just a pro tip for those who do this a lot.
WP for all and dash the home. Clickable banner landmark heading level 1 visited link WP for all.
Now, don't be afraid. It says nothing found. That's okay. So when you see nothing found, that means that there is nothing found on this page, but that's going to be fine because this will not be our home page anyways. So our final step in getting all set up is let's create a menu. So recall that a menu is kind of the navigation and the structure to our site. So we've set up a theme, we've set up the building blocks, we've gotten rid of the posts, we've turned off comments. We just have one more step to do, and that is to start to create a menu. And so in order to create a menu, we go to our customize panel.
Post Elements list
Under
dialog.
appearance.
C. Category C. Comments C. Customize 20. Posts WP for all M-WordPress Google Chrome Taylor. Posts WP for all M-WordPress document. Visited link WordPress. Main menu navigation landmark list clickable with
Now you may notice there are a couple ways to actually create a home page and to make it static. So static basically means that it will not show any posts, and the posts page meaning that it will actually show posts. So there's 2 types of home pages in WordPress, static and blog. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it static. But before we make it static, we need to have a home page. So we're going to create a menu, and to do that, I'm in customize. I'm going to go to menus now.
Clickable list with 11 items. Active theme. Generate press change theme heading. Clickable level 3.
And all of these panels are actually heading level 3s. So for you screen reader users out there, all of these are actually heading level 3s.
Premium site identity. Press return or enter to open this section heading. Clickable level 3.
So site identity controls like the title, tagline, logo. We'll get into all that a little bit later on with the designer.
Layout. Press return or enter to open this panel heading. Clickable level 3.
Layout changes the layout of the site.
Colors. Press return or enter to open this section heading. Clickable level 3.
Changes different aspects about the colors.
Typography. Press return or enter to open this section heading. Clickable level 3.
Typography changes different attributes about the font and other font related and typography related settings. Again, all these are going to be explored later, but these are what you should be hearing when you're looking for menus.
General. Press return or enter to open this section heading. Clickable level 3. Menus. Press
Menus. I'm currently in the menus tab in the customizer, and it says it doesn't look like you have any menus. So before we even have a menu, we need to actually create it. And what we can do is we can hit create menu.
You'll create a menu, assign it a location. If your theme has multiple, heading level 3 button. Create list clickable with 4 items. Back button. Menu name edit. If your theme has multiple
and I like to do the menu first because it gives a good structure to the site, and that way I can have the pages automatically created, and that way I can just edit and add content. So I actually like to create the menu first if possible. And so the first field is the name. So I'm going to call this navigation. I either like one of 2 things, main or navigation. But for this purpose, I'm just going to call it navigation. And I like to give the menus clear names. That way it makes it easier because screen readers will actually read the name of the menu. So you don't want to call it menu 1, 2, 3 because that's just not going to be very nice for labels. So I actually like to give it a nice name like navigation.
N.
I'm now going to press enter.
List with 2 items. Widget left paren. Opens in a new tab right paren. Visited link. Where do you checkbox not checked.
and it will say primary menu, and I want to check that because in Generate Press, again, this is also a theme variable setting. In Generate Press, there are 1 or 2 different areas where you can actually insert menus. There's a widget, which you can add like on the side or any of the other places, or there's a primary menu, which is on the top, and that's what we want to do. So now I'm going to hit next.
Next button. Menu created. List clickable with 6 items back button.
Menu created. Okay, now I'm going to find pages.
Add or remove menu items button collapsed.
Under add or remove menu items.
Search menu items edit.
I'm going to press E for edit field.
Add new.
That way I can get in the edit field to add a new page. And the first thing I'm going to type is home.
Home. Blank.
I'm simply going to press enter.
Customize : WP for all and dash the home of the WP for all club on Clubhouse document. Menu item added.
I'm now going to do the same thing, but I'm going to, before I actually add this in, it's a little bit weird. So what I did, guys, is I actually went into the customizer, I hit menus, and then I added a new item. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to call it about.
T. Add new page edit, add new page blank.
And sometimes it may not work. So if you don't hear menu item created, that means it didn't actually register. So what you have to do sometimes is shift tab and tab back in.
T. Customize : add new
event.
Customize add new C
contact.
T. Customize : WP for all and dash the home of the WP for add new page edit, add clickable button publish unavailable. Right. List clickable with 10 items back button.
So that was pretty easy, right? Because all I did is I went under pages and then I went to add new. I typed in my page, I pressed enter, and then I shift tab and tab back in so that it could actually register. The other way you could do it is you could go to pages and then add new, but then you'll have to add them all manually. That way I could just add it in one place. So there's a lot of ways to do things in WordPress, and that's what I really love about it. So our final step is to make our homepage static. So in order to do that, there are a couple other ways to do that also. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go under the homepage settings, and I like to do it all in the customizer because I'm already here, right? So I don't want to have to go into 2 different places at once. So what I'm going to do, since I don't want to have to go in 2 places at once, is I'm going to actually go to homepage settings, and that will allow me to change it right from this customizer.
Out of list button unavailable published. Visited link close.
I'm going to go back.
Blank.
Oops.
Blank. Visited link close. Out of visited link customize. Customize :
back button.
Loading. Clickable visited link close. List premium site layout color type general menus widgets homepage set.
Homepage settings.
List with 2 heading level. You can choose chronolog. Need to display your home radio button not checked a static page.
So your homepage displays radio button not checked, static, or a blog, recent posts. So I'm going to select static.
Checked.
And then it will ask me for what my homepage is.
Clickable homepage combo H home.
Home.
Plus add new page button. Out of list button publish.
I'm going to publish
unavailable.
now. And you'll see that our homepage will now display our static content. So in this case, nothing, because we don't have anything on there yet. It will just display a green, the border for Generate Press.
Visit.
What did we do in this video? Well, we first started off by disabling comments, which would allow it for more security and easier use. And that way we won't have unauthorized comments. Trust me, guys, I've had sites with over 300 spam comments. So definitely please enable spam blocking, in which we're going to be talking about later on. But also just disable comments altogether if they're not needed. And in most situations, they're not needed. The next thing we did is we installed a theme. And a theme is the general visual appearance and style and functionality kind of your site. So it kind of displays the way that your site's going to kind of present itself. You can almost think of it as like the visual image and the kind of how that functions. So we installed the theme Generate Press, I love Generate Press. Another one that you could install is Cadence. But there are over 23,000 or more themes out there, so you can kind of choose. But the reason that I choose Generate Press or Cadence is because they both create accessible sites, and that's obviously more important to me than ever. The next thing we did is we created a menu, which will allow us to add pages so that our site is kind of more lively and available. We then got rid of all of the widgets and all of the stuff that we did not need on the site. And finally, we created a home page and set it as static. And this is where we are today. All right, that was great, guys. I hope to see you guys next week. We're going to be having a conversation with my designer, so you do not want to miss it. And I'll talk to you guys then. If you liked today's video, you can do a couple things to stay up to date with our latest videos and tutorials. You can visit the Taylor's Tech Talks website for the home of all of the Taylor's Tech Talks podcasts, YouTube, and blog posts with interactive transcripts for each video and podcast. In addition, if you would like to support this channel, I have a couple ways of doing so. You can support me using affiliate links in the description. Disclaimer, I do get a kickback, but the money goes directly to support the channel and podcast. In addition, you may become a member at TaylorsTechTalks.com for just $1 a month, and that will get you access to the community Discord server. $3 a month will get you access to Honorable Mention and the Discord, and $5 a month will get you early access to all videos. Speaking of sponsors and members, I want to thank our sponsors, who are our great members at TaylorsTechTalks.com. And if you would like to become one of those, you may sign up and join the community. I hope you like this tutorial, and be sure to check back every week for new videos as they become added, and check Taylor's Tech Talks frequently. And if you would like to hear this in a podcast form, you may visit Taylor's Tech Talks on Apple, Spotify, Google, and wherever you like to get your podcasts. I hope you guys have a great day. I will talk to you soon.